morning children. This is 5th standard English class. As we are doing block number 16, stopping by roads on a snowy evening. Today our topic is language techniques. What is language technique, children? We have learnt about figurative language, if you remember. What is figurative language? Which tells us about metaphors, alliteration, personification, sensory details, right? Now this language techniques, that is, you have done from your reader, SSS MAP. These are the language techniques which we are going to use. SSS MAP. Now what is this SSS MAP? If you remember, while doing question number 6 from the reader, I have explained you what is SSS MAP in the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Right? Now I will write the full forms of this. Yes means sensory details. Sensory details. Yes. Sound words. Sound words. What are sound words? Sound words means like bang, bang, clap, clap. These are called sound words. Sensory details which you see, hear, feel, that is sensory details. Another S, that is similes. Yes. M for metaphors. You have learned this in figurative language, right? Similes, metaphors. Next, A is alliteration. P is personification. Personification. This language techniques, SSS MAP, means all these. In this, similes, metaphors, alliteration, personification comes under figurative language. When you include sensory details and sound words, we call it as language techniques. And this SSS MAP are used to write a poetry to make it funny or interesting. Is it okay? Now open your workbooks. Yes, open your workbook, children. Block number 16, S4. Block number 16, S4. Write today's date, that is 16/12/2020. 16/12/2020, S4, language techniques. Read this poem by Eve Merriam. Who is the author of this poem? Eve Merriam. The rusty spigot sputters, utters, splutters, spatters, a smattering of drops, gashes wider, slash, splatters, scatters, spurts, finally stops, spurting and plash, gushes, rushes, splashes. See, once again I am reading. The rusty spigot sputters, utters, splutters, spatters, a smattering of drops, gashes wider, slash, splatters, scatters, spurts, finally stops, sputtering and plash, gushes, rushes, splashes. We read the poem, right? Now see the question over here. Second question. Identify one language technique used in the poem. Sensory details, sound words, similes, metaphors, personification, alliteration. That is SSSMAP. Give examples from the poem. Now here I am going to write the language techniques of this poem. Okay. Okay, see here children, he asked us to write one language technique, so I have used alliteration because in this poetry, alliterations are more, that's why I have written over here, alliteration, spigot, sputters, splutters, spatters, smattering, splatters, scatters, spurts, stops, sputtering, right? I am going to write one more language technique, number 2 and 3. another one, number 3. So 3 language techniques I am going to write. I will write and show you number 2 and number 3 now. See here, the second language technique I have used is sensory details. Rusty spigot, spatters is smarting of drops. Spigot means what, children? It is tap which is used to on and off water. Okay. Rusty means for iron things, rust will form if you won't use much and if water falls on it, right? That is what is called rust. Okay. Spatters is smattering of drops. When it falls onto the bucket or into the mug, how do we feel, children? That is the sensory details. Okay. Coming to next language technique, that is sound words. Splutter and plash. Splutter and plash is the sound words of this poem. Coming to question number 3, read this poem by Ken Nesbitt. Add some lines to extend the poem. Use one of the SSS MAP language techniques in your lines. See, he wrote the poem and he asked us to end the poem by using the technique SSS MAP language technique. One morning in my bedroom, I was startled by a sneak, so I picked him up and took him out and threw him in the lake. He returned a minute later, meaning no, he didn't drown. So I put him on my bicycle and rode him out of town. See, once again I am reading. One morning in my bedroom, I was startled by a snake. So I picked him up and took him out and threw him in the lake. He returned a minute later, meaning no, he didn't drown. So I put him on my bicycle and rode him out of town. Here, what is the meaning of the poem? He saw a snake in his bedroom. What did he do? He picked that snake and threw it in the lake. But within a while, what happened? It returned back. That means it didn't drown into the lake. It came back. So what did he do? He took that snake on his bicycle to the town. Now I am going to complete this poem. But boy, that snake was slippery. He wouldn't stay away. When he was taking a snake on the bicycle, it was slippery. It was not onto the bicycle. It was going away. He followed me like my shadow and is back in town today. See, again it came back to its house only. Okay. So, by complete your workbook, children, I'll end the session. Thank you.